The Ad Hoc Committee set up to investigate allegations of threats to national security will meet tomorrow to get a progress report to prepare for public hearings. The committee was established following allegations by KwaZulu-Natal Provincial Commissioner Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi of serious corruption in the criminal justice system. In its previous meetings, the committee indicated that invitations were extended to Mkhwanazi, National Police Commissioner Fani Masemola, suspended Minister Senzo Mchunu, Deputy National Police Commissioner Shadrack Sibia, and the current Police Minister Professor Feroz Kachalia and his two deputy ministers. Advocate Norman Arons, a senior counsel, has been appointed to lead evidence, assisted by Advocates Maria Makwaetsi as well as Lerato Zigalala.
Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi's message to the Ad Hoc Committee that due to his commitments at the Madlanga Commission, he would not avail himself to it before the 24th of September, raised the ire of a number of committee members, with some emphasizing that they will not play a secondary role to that of the Commission.
We cannot be paying second fiddle to the Commission of Inquiry. Even the suggestion that we must have our meetings in Joburg, we shut that down in our very first meeting. If anything, let that commission have to come here to Cape Town. Already we are putting ourselves like we are not serious as the Ad Hoc Committee, and the Commission of Inquiry is taking precedent over this. Even us accepting affidavits, etc., from the Commission of Inquiry is already a problem, because we are already saying that as members of Parliament and this Ad Hoc Committee that's supposed to be given oversight to government and to the executive, we are not serious. So whenever there's time, or you can come and appear before us.
I think we need to stamp authority. The Ad Hoc Committee is a committee that was established by Parliament, not by the executive. Therefore, our operations can never be dictated to by the program of the Commission of Inquiry.
While the simultaneous running of the Madlanga Commission and the Ad Hoc Committee appears to have created an element of competition between the two, with the availability of Mkhwanazi being the focus currently, in truth, the mandate of the two institutions differ. The former is tasked with providing recommendations to the President, with the latter seeking to fulfill its oversight role of holding members of the executive accountable. Commenting on the arrangement, the leader of Rise and Zanzi and chairperson of the Standing Committee on Public Accounts says it is perfectly acceptable.
Together, there is separation of powers in South Africa. Parliament must do its work, and the Judicial Commission of Inquiry must do its work. There are people who believe that a Commission of Inquiry is not needed. You cannot have the police investigating themselves, firstly. Secondly, you cannot ask another member of cabinet to investigate their colleague when they are also from the same political party. I understand that, South Africans are tired of commissions. I'm tired of them too. But at the end of the day, if there is to be an investigation, it must be credible. Otherwise, then you are just wasting time.
And while the terms of reference of the Commission and the Committee have some overlap, with both having the power to summon witnesses and compel the production of documents, the Madlanga Commission has a broader scope. Amongst others, it has a task of probing a total of 8 government institutions, is empowered to perform search and seizure operations, may deviate from the Commissions Act to hold hearings in camera if necessary, and may refer matters for immediate criminal investigation. In seeking to examine the differences in the way they will likely operate, the key issues of access to classified information, critical to many of the issues under investigation, will be illustrative.
To then engage with other state organs, whether it is the SABC, whether it is any other intelligence service that we believe can make a decision on whether to reclassify their information for us to engage with. But at this point, we just simply do not have the authority to do so, and we would not want to then undermine or subvert the law by seeking to handle classified information in this committee.
According to MP Diane Collar-Barnard, the Ad Hoc Committee may have to rely on a report prepared by the Joint Standing Committee on Intelligence, whose members are the only ones with top security clearance.
Already the JSCI has gone through their process of interviewing various of the participants in this matter and have put together a report which has gone to the Speaker. Whether that report will now be redacted and declassified is up to the powers that be. But it's not a case of hiding anything. It's a case of protecting matters that should be protected in this country and kept away from certain individuals who would possibly use it against the country.
In contrast, the Nhlanhla Commission's chief evidence leader is confident of the backing of a powerful ally.
We are required to get classified information declassified. We don't have the power to declassify it ourselves. Thus far, we haven't had any difficulties from the relevant authorities in getting declassification of information, of classified information that we've wanted declassified and made available to us. If we do have difficulties in the future, we will take that up. We're appointed to advise the President. The President is the head of the executive. If we can't advise the President because we aren't given access to information that's necessary for the purpose, we will take it up with the President.
With ongoing commentary as to how the work of the two institutions will play out, political analyst William Gumede says rather than setting itself up against the Commission, the Ad Hoc Committee can perform two important functions.
The Zondo Commission was very scathing of Parliament on Parliament's role in relation to commissions, that Parliament often do not follow up. So maybe I would say two things that Parliament needs to do. One, wait until this inquiry is done, then do a follow-up. But if they want to do an inquiry now, they rather should do an in-house inquiry looking at how do they strengthen their own role in dealing with commission of inquiries, with the outcomes of commission of inquiries.
However, political analyst Sandy Leswana has a different view and convinced that the status quo is in fact necessary.
Things can be handled by the SIU, some of them by the Ad Hoc Committee, as is presently the case, some by the police themselves, some by the NPA, and so on, because we are not starting a new republic. We are very experienced in running scandals, if you want to call it, and misdemeanors and irregularities. So, and we have the mechanisms for dealing with that. So now this duplication of effort is typical of our president. Rather than strengthening the systems that are there, he sets up parallel structures.
The Nhlanhla Commission is scheduled to commence public hearings on the 17th of this month, with the expectation that it will submit an interim report within 3 months and a final report within 6 months of its establishment, or within any extensions granted by the President. In contrast, the commencement date of the Ad Hoc Committee still lies in the balance, with suggestions of the 16th or alternatively the 22nd of September. Its time frame for completion is set for the 31st of October. Natasha Piri, SABC News, Johannesburg.